Alrighty, hello and welcome back to Darkest Hour. My name is Vincent. I am with the man, the myth, the icicle, Icy. How's it going, man?
Yeah, I'm doing well, man. A late night Counter Strike here on a Thursday night. Wouldn't have it any other way. It's Darkest Hour taking on Joey P90 God. Certainly
It's a
one of the
great name.
names of all time. Um, from what I can tell, they're 0-3. They played Vertigo twice and for Overpass once, and they have not won any of those games thus far. Darkest Hour, they're 2-1. Not the worst start of the season, obviously, right? 2-1. They're positive, and this is going to be their third match on Inferno in the season. And Vincent, I know you have some pretty
Wait, hold
strong
on.
opinions about
How?
Inferno.
This can't be Darkest Hour's third match on Inferno.
This is their fourth match. Okay, maybe I'm
Oh,
looking
fourth
at
match,
things.
fourth match. Okay, gotcha.
Third match. This is their fourth match total.
Got it.
Third match on Inferno.
I was mathing.
And
I was bad mathing.
okay, all good. All good, Vincent. That's my motto. All good,
I
right?
that is your motto.
So, okay.
I was saying I was tired before the stream. We got live and I got more tired.
No worries. But like Vincent, right? Tell me, what are your thoughts on Inferno in general? Because I know that you have very strong opinions
Listen,
about this map.
Inferno is actually not a bad map. The problem is it's super stale right now, and I just can't stand watching it right now. That's the problem.
That is completely understandable.
Also,
and
every NA and every South American team only play Inferno, and it's just it has to stop. Someone needs to stop them.
you are not wrong in saying that, and I would tend to agree with you. Inferno is probably my most casted map of 2023.
Oh, hold on, we got knife round. Let me jump over in there. We can't miss the knife round.
Are you a knife round watcher?
Okay,
I
hold
personally.
on. We're not in anything. Okay, there it worked. My game capture wasn't working for a solid 2 seconds.
See, that always happens. That always happens to me. It never works at the start, but after 2 seconds, 3 seconds, sometimes 5 actually. Then it works. But Vincent, what do you make of these players' inventories? Is some of them got some nice knives.
You're the avid inventory watcher. I think you should answer that question.
I am not actually an avid inventory watcher. I'm not really one that cares about skins.
Well, okay, I should say you're an avid player profile watcher, therefore a skins watcher as well.
That does not correlate whatsoever. I'll have you know.
Listen, it's only 3 seconds into games, and you already know how much money they've spent on Counter-Strike. That's how fast it is. Tell me wrong.
3 seconds to figure out their Faceit, their Twitter, and their ESEA.
And if they're eat-aters.
That is true. I plead the fifth.
You've already admitted it. I'm sorry, but
I rescind any statements that I may have made. Darkest Hour, though. Let's get the game started, right? There's a smoke and 2 flashes for MJB, and I have never seen Darkest Hour play. I've played matchmaking with MJB. Talked to Nova on LAN. Talked to Stuffing a little bit, but I've never seen them in the server. And
the good news is I've seen a little bit.
All right, tell me about them.
Stuffing is in game leading, or Stuffing. MJB is in game leading this team. Stuffing is star rifling Smile. Okay, Stuffing is dying instead. It's Toasty trading him out. And, I mean, good trades onto the site. They just need to get this kill onto the Coffin player. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh no. What? T-Milks, there's no way he drops that.
Oh,
MJB had no armor as well. He just missed like half of his magazine, and they've handed back essentially a 2-on-2. There's a chance that Darkest Hour can pull this back, but it's going to be so unlikely. Benji Tora doesn't hit the shot, and Ari tags MJB down to 7 HP. Vincent, this looks like it's going to be a Darkest Hour round, but it's so drawn out. MJB can't find another gun. Oh man, this is falling apart at the seams, Vincent.
The old fake reload swing with 2 bullets from MJB.
Man, he had confidence.
He
had confidence, but it wasn't enough with the 7 HP. As 4 players get involved in the pistol for the CT side, T-Milks would have been the 5th, barring that USP moment. But I mean, that's the USP, Vincent, right? Let's be real. You either get like 4 1-taps or you just don't hit any headshots, and that is all good.
There's no excuses for that. There really wasn't though. Listen, if it's like a pug, then excuse all the way. Can't be doing that here.
Well, they won the round.
They did. Bailed out, but very nicely done. Dude, yeah, I'm just calling this team Joe. I'm not calling them Joe P90 God.
You don't want to say Joe P90 God?
JP90 God. 4 syllables? Absolutely not.
That reminds me of a name. That I duo casted a game with Matt actually. It was on I think it was a Detonate game, and their opponent. Oh, sorry, it's a Premier Sports game. I'll get back to that. Oh my God, Ari, no ace because he gets team killed
Nah.
by the MP9.
Schlob D?
Yeah,
Big
I
fan
think
of
that
Schlob
is
D.
one of the names of all time again, Vincent. Going back to my previous one, I casted a game with Matt against it was Premier Sports. Their opponents, Bing Hong Chage Gazema. That was
Excuse me?
yeah.
What did you just call me? This is
Nothing
a
bad, I
family
promise.
friendly stream. I can't believe
Oh,
you'd say that.
I am so sorry. I mean, Darkest Hour, they're on the guns now, Vincent. No op for Nova. But again, I mean, Inferno T side,
Yeah.
it's not exactly easy, right? There's a couple early picks that you can go for, but besides that, the op doesn't have nearly as much impact as you would think on other maps, right?
Honestly, I like to think of T-side opping, unless you like are just really comfy with it. I like to think of T-side opping on Inferno as just reactionary opping. It's like grab an op if you're doing something to react to the other opper. I think that's the way I like to think about it.
There's definitely a fair statement.
Like a B group.
Yeah, I don't know if Darkest Hour through brackets nades, but Joey P90 are not fighting for brackets whatsoever, and this is
There was a smoke for arch side
okay.
for sure.
No, now we see it.
No,
Now
no,
they're
no.
gonna resmoke brackets. This is all on Andrew, really. Oh man, it goes down to MJB. Vincent, this site has just crumbled in the blink of an eye and stuffing through smoke. That is criminal.
Yeah, Zralok was just a little bit careless about the audio cues that he was giving away. Kind of stomped like an elephant up towards Coffin, and yeah, Stuffing's not going to miss that audio cue very often. So this is a save, but the question of how much of a save is really about if this scout gets away or if even T-Monks wants to get away with it. He's sticking around in spawn, just hanging out, looking for an exit or two. But yeah, we were talking about the bracket control and how much of it Darkest Hour ever really had. They just had smokes. They didn't actually have control for real, for real.
I see. Yeah, but I mean, Joey P90 God, they maybe saw one smoke and then we're just so scared. And then the second resmoke came in to keep them even more likely to stick around. And then the hit comes in. I would have said, delay the hit another 3 seconds, right, to let those brackets needs actually draw out a response, and then you hit. But I mean, it worked. So at the end of the day, no harm, no foul.
They might have heard the timing on the player rotating towards CT as well. I don't know if they heard that.
That is true.
Because that guy TT was fully out of the round when the hit came in.
Either way, good utility from Darkest Hour to get themselves on the board. Joe, or I'm just gonna call them Joe. It's
You've come to my understanding.
I'm conceding, Vincent, but it's going to be a pretty much standard default, right? Flash off of brackets, take some control towards car, and now you would expect the CT side to take some space back, right? Over towards Banana. There's not a lot of nades actually that can be used. Actually,
Yeah.
really nothing to aid them in this retake of Banana besides this HE. Yeah, but smokes really aren't going to help you without flashes. You don't have a Molotov to force out any players from top car.
Yeah, I mean, the best you could hope for is like trying to smoke half wall and just take a fight. But yeah, like you said, without flashes, that's just it's a losing battle, really.
Ari's position, oh, it's so committed. Only gets the one, and it's 2 for 1 on the trades. Team Elks over towards Moto with the scout. I don't think he's going to commit into the site. And no, with that Moto smoke going down, this should just be a second for Darkest Hour. Not really sure how much they want to invest here because the money isn't there. Team Elks has upgraded it into that M4, but realistically, this should be a save with this. They saw 3 smokes, Vince, and they can re-smoke Moto for the duration of the bomb. That is got to be so frustrating.
And there's a Molly too. Yeah.
Yeah, GG.
The CT's tossed in the smoke thinking, yeah, we can go in. And then the resmoke came through, and then the molly behind it, and they're like, no. That's not for us.
The utility management from Joe or from Darkest Hour is also really insane. Having 3 smokes in a post plant, Vincent, that is not normal.
I do think there's an aspect of that, though, that is the fact that Joe just didn't have the utility to, like, hold Darkest Hour back. So they didn't have to use any smokes to, like, fight or extinguish mollies over in Banana. Like, they didn't have to invest that. They just had the one smoke towards Arch, and then they smoked Moto, and that was it. They were on the site.
I definitely agree with you. The lack of utility was the biggest difference in that round. I think Nova had an AK, maybe? Oh, no. He dropped one over. He dropped the AK over, buys another AWP, and Joe will force into this. So the Force by Wars continue, and we are in round number 5. 4 rifles, 1 MP9, and they do have a couple Molotovs to use, Vincent, over towards both bomb sites. Actually, now it's only Andrews. He's playing for retake car, I believe. So off of a timing, he'll throw his Molotov. He'll throw his smoke towards half wall. But oh my God, Nova just goes for the peak, and now they maybe just commit off of this, but no bomb. But 3 players just walking up.
But see, that's the problem when you don't have the utility, right? Hold on a sec. No way, or he checks him. Gets out with that frag. Vinci's got to be feeling a little bit unfortunate off the back of that. The B take, though, will come through. Team out's the first shot, traded by MJB, and there's Nova activating for a second. So good and consistent with those frags, especially as Nova. But back to what we were saying, like, the fact is that if, like we were seeing Joe not fighting at all for banana control, that's what allows Nova to just walk up and take that fight. Like, he was probably just scoped at logs and then just kept walking forward when no utility came forward.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I think that Andrew had the Molotov, right? And he wanted to retake car, but I think that player in spawn, Zralok, who died, I believe.
Yeah.
He wanted to throw that nade towards car first, try to bait out a response. But like you said, that instant utility, the instant util wasn't there, and I don't think that Joe expected that kind of face. Usually, when you're making your way up banana, you don't necessarily take car instantaneously after the first set of util fates, right? Because it's extremely common for players to throw a second set immediately after the first. So that's probably what Joe they were gambling on, right? That Darkest Hour, we're gonna chill for a little bit, just post corner, hold that angle, waiting for like a reswing, and then wait out a second set of nades. But Darkest Hour said, no, we don't care about your utility. We are just gonna go straight in, take that CT player down, and look what it's done to the economy. It's pistols for 3. The hero rifles over towards the A bomb site are split now, 1A, 1B.
You know what's interesting?
It's going to be an uphill battle.
This is, of all rounds, this is the round that Joe have taken the most aggressive banana control. And it's the round where they have 2 rifles total, which I find kind of interesting.
See, I've seen that actually pretty common, where teams are really scared to take risks when they have rifles, but they're more willing to throw away pistols because they're just pistols. And I think that, like, I've seen this at every level of Counter-Strike in NA, where, like, you have maybe 5 players, like, on a full eco, just running down banana, and then they get, like, 3 kills. And then on a gun round, you'll see them just play for car every single round, not play for banana whatsoever. And it's like, man, it makes you think, right? If they have an actual aggro banana take, then they might be able to actually get some control, shut down a part of the map that's pretty pivotal. You can see Ari's so scared of banana, he's not even jump spotting, right? Usually when you have one person be jump spot, but they are just so terrified of Darkest Hour because they can be anywhere.
Well, that anywhere is going to become the A site. MJB. He's cracked it open. Now Schlobby has found himself at least 1 kill, but he's not long for this world. No way. Tech 9 will do it. And this will be Uri probably saving, though he is towards the back of Abs, so I guess could be going for an exit or 2.
Yeah, I guess this wouldn't be bad here, especially with the plant spot. 3 players are more likely going to save in Big Pit. Obviously, MJB has to travel farther, so he should go down here, and this should be information. And yeah, honestly, if I'm Darkest Hour, I would want to hunt here because Joe's money not the greatest, and taking away this rifle going into the next buy round would be huge. But stuffing goes down, and it will just be a save. Ari has to run away, or else he'll go down as well.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, they're buying anyway, and this does give them a little bit, actually quite a bit of extra utility in this round that they may not have had otherwise, but they would have been okay. So,
man, just look at the kill count real quick, Vincent. Ari's
yeah.
10-2. Everyone else has either 1 or 2 kills. That is absurd.
It does help that he picked up that quad kill in the anti-eco, which
That
was
is
against
true.
Glocks.
That
Not
is
taking
true.
anything away from him, but it was Glocks.
But I mean, you gotta pad the stats.
Of course.
That's the.
I'm
That's what
a
everybody
stat
looks at.
padding genius.
You are.
I
gotta say,
only get eco kills.
I have played matchmaking with you many a time, and I can confirm that that is true. You know what's interesting? Joe threw aggressive banana nades and then are just sitting sight in
Yeah.
CT. Like this is so frustrating to watch because obviously I don't know if this is a bug team or not. So I don't know how many protocols they have in place for like these aggressive takes per se, right?
Right.
But usually, if you're going to throw aggressive nades and use all your Molotovs within the first 30 seconds, you'd want to have banana. But instead, look, they're so scared. They smoked off
Look,
top banana
Andrew
at a
has
minute
no more
10.
nades. Andrew's out of nades. I mean, Zralok, I think, has his smoke, but like flashes wise as well. Andrew's out. Like, this
What a
it's gonna be
flash.
hard. Go ahead. You were saying
That flash was actually really nice because so usually what happens is when what players sometimes like to do, right, is peek an angle before a smoke plumes. And okay, I'll get back to that point as a second. Nova, what a flash to open up the site. Stuffing just makes his way in to take down Zralok, and MJB's in spawn. Oh my god!
This is
just
over.
runs with the CT smoke and just confirms round 5 for Darkest Hour. That was open and shut as you like. Excellent flash from Nova to allow Stuffing to get that entry, and obviously MJB's pathing brilliant as well.
Just a 1-for-1 trade on the side too. Like instantly getting that opener, like you mentioned, the nice flash from Nova to start things out. But the spacing was great for the second player to get onto the site to get that trade.
I 100% agree. And Vince, going back to my earlier point, right?
Go
So
for it.
usually what players like to do is right before a smoke plumes, they like to peek an angle, right? Because that's when you catch someone in transition. Like you see a smoke go down, oh, I'm going to throw a Molotov thanks to CT, right? Or I'm going to throw a nade here at the choke point. But the flash can be used to peek and blind the CT, right? And get a more favorable duel, right? Because obviously if there's an opper just posted there, then they might not move with the smoke going down. They might throw a nade after the smoke plumes because that's the safer option, right? But with that flash, the T's can peek off of it. It's a nice little detail. Obviously, it wasn't used, but still a nice little detail, another layer to that mid take that I really, really appreciate from Darkest Hour.
And I think that's some of what Darkest Hour have been kind of working on these last couple of weeks. They went to land together, didn't go as planned. I was told, as I was not there, but some of that camaraderie definitely has got to help out long term, regardless of whether the results happen at the LAN.
Wait, are they? What a call! Oh my God, Vincent, they're going to Halls Pop on a double arch CT setup. Wait, this is actually insane. This is so genius. If they go now, Andrew's not going to be here in time.
He might. No, he's just going to catch the timing, and Andrew really doesn't have the positioning to fight for that. Has to just give it up. Player mid going to go down, but this bomb is going to get planted here in just a moment, and there's going to be so many smokes once again for Moto, but they're going for it this time. I mean, 5v4, you have to.
3 lane though from the CT side, but Nova's posted up towards pit. This is going to be a shooting gallery for him. He takes the first one down. There's another one in pit as well, 2 towards the site, and this is so locked in. Surely Benji with a double swinging around. It's all on a T-Max, but it's Benji from the site. It's a triple kill with the AK. Nova chimes in for 2 of his own. As Darkest Hour, what a call, Vincent, to find 6.
They really did. Just entirely counterfeit what JP were doing, dude. That's incredible.
And like it has to be a tell of some sorts, right? Like the only thing that I can see that they did differently was mollying bottom mid early. Like maybe they had some Like, I wouldn't even say it's a read more than a call out because they were instantly set up for the hall spot. It's not like they were defaulting, saw a nade or something, and then regrouped. They all went alt to halls. Like,
Yeah.
that's actually like a halls pop on a gun round, Vincent. That's not usually something. That's not usually a call you make.
Dude, I hate Halls pops on pistol rounds. Halls pop is one of the most effective strategies, sure, on like a random round. Like it's great in the same way the B rush is great every once in a while, but I just hate it personally. Like individually, can't stand it.
What? Just dry swings mid.
Yeah, that was ambitious, but look at the utility. They don't have a ton of it, and at the 1 minute 10 mark, you don't want to waste that smoke if nobody's there, do you?
Well,
It's
yeah,
dangerous,
but that's when
but
you would. That's when
it's.
you would flash your teammate in, right?
I mean, Andrew and Dralok are at B. I guess Schlaw B could have done so.
Oh no. Oh,
It's
this
all
is surely
ogre.
it.
It's all ogre.
Yeah, Team Milk's left as well. He went over towards B. He thought Darkest Hour were spotted mid, coming up, and they gambled that they were going to leave. No way, are they leaving again? Wait, there's no way.
No, he's just checking banana control, I believe.
Wait, he's gonna fake B.
Oh my goodness. This is great.
Okay, oh no, the flash is so good. And now they have to go towards A. T-Mox is leaving though. T-Mox got baited. Oh no. It's actually all on Slobdy. Nova and the Opera gets a trade of tags, but the trades on site are so good. Vincent, Dope have been played like a fiddle.
Yeah.
This is actually just some awesome Counter-Strike to watch.
Yeah, Darkest Hour have. I think there's a combination of things happening here. A combination of like very intelligent calls, right? On the one hand, but also some fortunate timing where Joe have. I mean, let's be real, a little bit over rotated once or twice, and then also that crazy call to go for the halls pop, whilst we saw the double arch setup in the 3B. Like, oh come on, I don't know if we get to talk to MJB tonight or whoever we talk to. I'm already making the assumption Darkest Hour are winning here. To be fair, but I do want to ask about that because that is sort of insane.
Yeah, I think Joe just over-rotated the majority of these gun rounds. Let's be real. I think T-Melks is so eager to be involved that he just is like, all right, we
don't know
mid.
who we're gonna interview yet. Apparently,
I do see that. I do see that.
Whoever we talk
Okay.
to, I'll talk to anyone. I love the guys on this team. I'm fully biased. I told Adam when we casted earlier this week, this Darkest Hour game. I told him I'm fully biased and I'm just embracing it.
I mean, I can't say I'm biased either, because I'm just here for a good time.
Well, I can provide you with that.
Thanks, Vincent. What a setup! Oh my God, Stuffing actually gets doubled up. How did T-Melks only get one?
Yeah.
And it's all on Schlobdy in the back of the site, but they actually know they heard something. MJB just
He was a bloodhound. He's just a knower.
Out for blood, just he just hunts him down. He actually just knew. I think he might have made a step when he retreated back into the site, but once again, Joe are just left to save. And again, I really think that the mix up here for Joe is to take aggressive banana control. Send your Opera there to throw nades, or even from a third player there to throw nades.
Let me add something to that. Take aggressive anything control at this point. Honestly. Like,
that is true.
Like even go aggressive halls. Go aggressive mid. I don't care.
Oh no, that's so filthy. Stralak goes down. It's all Andrew. Oh, and Toasty catches him on the jump spot.
That was a bit of a careless jump spot. Let's be real.
I would agree with you. That was pretty careless. I will say, not this round. Maybe this is the round where you run down mid with like pistols. The next aggressive banana control, please, because that is something that's been sorely lacking. Like this is the moment where you realize that something needs to change, but if you don't make that change or recognize that something needs to make that change, then you're just gonna get. This could easily be a 13-2 half if Joe plays the same way that they are playing right now.
I have to get an IP for somebody. You're gonna have to take the.
Oh, good. It's gonna be aggressive banana. Oh my God, they're just running it down. Toasty with the triple kill. Nova, what is that? A jumping quickscope? That's ridiculous.
That's a
Nova,
custom Nova moment right there.
are you serious? Jumping wallbang? That is wild. Either way, Darkest Hour, fine 9. Joe on the gun round now. Definitely, they have all the needs they want. They have all the needs you could ever ask for, and they will need to get aggressive here. If they don't, then this surely is just going to spell that, at least in my head, that they've given up. Not making a change doesn't seem likely. There's only 2 players towards Banana, and Andrew is immediately pathing towards the site. They've done both their Molotovs, and actually they will look to take this space.
Okay, so we are seeing what we were looking for at the very least here, right? I mean, something
yes.
more aggressive. It's not quite full banana control to fight for, but it's something more. And that nade is just a little bit far to the right. He was nading towards logs, which is reasonable, but it's not where anybody was.
Like, the flash timing was so perfect. Oh no, Zralok gets caught out by his teammates' flash. That's never good. Oh, what? Vincent, that timing was actually insane from Darkest Hour. So they flashed and peeked right as Joe were looking to retake and reflash into that position as the smoke faded. But Darkest Hour were just like half a second ahead. So Zralok had to look at the player, get team flash because of it, and then go down.
Yeah.
And then Andrew obviously trying to help, but just blindsided.
It's so unfortunate when those things happen. And a missed shot for Team Elks. It goes from bad to worse.
That is so tilting.
Darkest
Now,
Hour.
Ari might not even be able to save this A1S.
I mean, he's going to give it a go. But honestly, at this point of the game, this one saved gun almost... Like every gun counts, right? But this one, because it's just one, almost doesn't matter. Because they still can't... I mean, they can try to full buy, but they really shouldn't.
They definitely should just take the partial here. Buy next, because the next round will be 14, right?
Yeah.
You buy there, try to win that out, try to recover some of your dignity, and if you don't win the round, have enough players saved over that you can justify a pretty nice buy into the last round of the half.
So can we mention though, this is why Inferno is trash can. It's for this reason that Joe are experiencing. Like, how many of these rounds have they just lost with 3 players alive, or even 4 players alive? Too many.
Well, I would argue that that's also because of over-rotating.
Oh, it is. It's not that it's not their fault. It's that they can't recover from any mistake.
Oh, okay. But talk about mistakes. Nova and Stuffing just go banana dry. Find 2 kills and a third. Zralok, he's heating up. Oh man, Benji and Toasty now in a 2-on-3. They know that they're most likely avenue of attack will be the A-bomb site. And there's a player in Schlavdi over towards the Cold Zera box tucked in.
Oh, but surely
Toasty's
they check
low.
him.
Yeah, surely Toasty goes down, though. No way, they're setting the healthy player first. That is risky, but Benji makes it work. There's a resmoke from Moto as well, but they're actually just charging up towards lane. They'll throw the Molotov down. That'll delay them for 7 seconds as he uses the flash pretty prematurely. But Zralok and Andrew, the B players, looking to take it home. They've already gotten 3 kills combined, and they're looking for the last 2 as well. Benji goes down. It's all on Toasty. But Zralok with a quad kill, Vincent. He finds Joe a 3rd round, and it's just the pistols that come alive for the CT side.
Yeah, I mean, listen, those first couple of swings, not really a mistake from Darkest Hour. They were swinging together. They were just taking the fight. Fair enough. The 3rd player swinging, that one maybe a little bit overzealous. Probably should have grouped or gotten a flash before taking that swing. And nice shots as well from Zralok especially. Andrew hitting that first, I think that was on to Nova, but regardless, fantastic work to close that round out. And a much needed round. I mean, look, it's 10-3 right now. As that's not a great half for the CT side, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, they're gonna look to find the last two.
Toasty, you
of
ran
the
through your
half.
own molly.
Yeah, things got a little toasty for him. MJP goes down. T-Milks, that's the kind of aggressiveness that we were talking about, Vincent. In towards Halls. Benji, oh, foot spotted. He'll fall as well. And this T side is falling apart. It's all on Nova and Stuffing to try to convert this 2-on-5. They have the 2v2 on the B-bomb site. They have the smokes. They have the nades to follow as well. Andrew, there's a little bit of a lurk smoke and Stuffing not ready. It's all on Nova, 1-on-5, but Andrew charging in. Vincent, this surely is over.
You would think so. I mean, Nova, the AWP, onto the rifle, dink down inside of Nubox. Will he be able to isolate a fight? It's confident at the very least, but there's a lot of players that'll be looking his way as soon as he swings either side of this box, and it's all over from there. 4 rounds now for Joe. His Darkest Hour starting to feel the pressure now, and Joe actually getting a couple of rounds put together has at least made this half a bit more reasonable. Not fully reasonable, just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, getting the last 3 rounds of the half will definitely be good for the morale, right? I think I always say that it doesn't matter if you're losing like 14-0. If you win the last round of the half, that's always got to feel good, right? Whoever wins the last round of the half, they'll be able to take that momentum into the second half, try to convert some of that as well. It's aggressive. It's a fury take. I'm not really sure
Without
why he
going for
goes
the
that
swing?
way. So usually with that smoke, you want to swing behind car, not
Right.
half wall, which is a little interesting.
I mean, you can't really swing behind half wall with that smoke either. I mean,
yeah,
you can try,
so,
but it's not great for you.
Vincent, look at this. It's a minute 25. They have completely left Banana after taking it aggressively with the up. I literally have no idea what they're doing, but they have 3 players towards the A-bomb site.
Well, but they
And it's
didn't have an arch player when this bracket take came through. So, well, they do have a guy there now. At least they can't get wrapped. They don't have any information about how many players are here.
They're just all the way up lane. This is absurd.
Oh, nice adjustment from Stuffing. Can't believe he gets away with that frag. The Schlob D going down in the 3-on-3. Nova can now bed in with an AWP inside of pit. And there's
that re-smoke is killer.
Yes, re-smoke coming through. And there's still even a flash and an HE left in the back pockets. But looking on Joe's side, I mean, they do have a couple of bits of utility themselves. They can lots of smoke to try and cover off Nova's AWP. And a flash even to get through. Unfortunately for them, MJB's in a perfect spot to counteract that. The Molly burns one alive. 2 bullets and counting. It's not enough. But the Tech 9 might have been nicely done from Team Elks. Drexel? Nova. We'll make it happen. I'm reading.
Oh man, what a half. Darkest Hour come away with 11 rounds on their T side, Vincent. That is not something you see every day.
Hold
If
on.
you look at
we need coach gambling. I'll turn the chat back on. It's been requested.
I'm confused.
So, earlier this week, Heck was opening stickers all game, and we had the chat on. So we were just watching him open stickers. It's great.
Oh, I see.
So now we're doing this again because it was requested.
Understood. This is really fast towards A. There's the one smoke that's been used towards lane, but they're just running into 4 players, and it's Stuffing and Toasty to find 3. Andrew and G-Mokes, really, there is nothing to say about this one. Although,
able to
that's one
isolate.
good kill. Yeah, the lane player is very isolated for the time being, but they're just giving them these fights for no reason. Team Elks finds another. Oh my god, Toasty dinged through the wall trying to get out of dodge. Nova falls as well. It's all on 2. The bomb can be recovered, and now they're going to try to plant towards the A bomb site. Andrew, what are you doing? Just swinging out in the middle of nowhere. This is devolving into chaos as Team Elks thrust into the clutch. 1-on-2. MJB with a kit and a smoke.
There's no way they make this happen. It'd be a 2v4, if I'm not mistaken.
2v5, Vincent.
2v5. Team Elks. He's tucked into mini. Nope, gotten over to Big Pit.
No
Neither of them are looking the
way.
right direction. Oh no!
2v5.
Joe.
Darkest Hour getting a little bit ahead of themselves there.
And it even with Andrew doing a little bit of trolling as well.
I'm doing a lot of trolling. Let's be real. That was completely unwarranted. Just trying to cross the arches was there's no reason for that.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking on that one. But it'll be enough. Joe making their way through to get a opening pistol round victory. JB thinking about going forward into apartments, uses the solo smoke that existed for the CT side in order to extinguish that.
Yeah, that was one of the smokes of all time for sure.
I mean, to be fair, it has made Joe a lot more cautious of A when there's a Charlotte stack on B. So it kind of did something. It kind of did everything.
Yeah, you'd think that it would prompt Joe into thinking that Darkest Hour might have bought, but in reality, they haven't. And MJB, oh, that's got to be frustrating. Cops a dink. There's Jala Cops a dink and a bit more damage. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that actually wasn't a bad play by smoking that off.
No, I don't think it was.
Because then they're like, oh my god, they bought.
Well, also, they're playing aggressive A. We should go B right into the stack.
I agree. But instead, Zralek finds a triple. And ended there.
Stuffing
So
got the Mag
Vincent.
10 at least. What's up?
That is true. So Joe find a 6. Then at what point do we say, hey, this team is actually, you know, got some life into them? Because all the Inferno games I've played or I've watched, it was the CT side that teams have struggled with. They usually get like 9, 10, 11, 12 CT rounds or T rounds, and then like very, very few CT rounds. So maybe both teams have a killer
seen
T
a
side.
trend. I agree. I've seen a bit of a trend of less than ideal CT sides, but I'm not ready to call it a comeback until, you know, maybe at least this gun round, probably another.
Understandable. I'd say, you know, 11-8. That's when it's 11-8, and then you're on like a partial. That's
when you get spooked.
exactly. Darkest Hour,
that?
they can't let that creep up on them just yet.
That's a nice deep like from T mid.
Oh yeah, that's
Arch smoke?
that's the Rop smoke.
I don't
Rops-
see that
Rops
one
pop-
all that often.
Rop's popularized that. It's you can throw that really fast, like for a fast like lane take. You throw that instantly from alt mid. It's nice. I do agree. It's a very nice smoke.
Unfortunately, they didn't really take too much space off of that, but they do have banana control to Joe. Two
And Nova's
players are
calling
on
the
B.
bluff towards B.
Oh, that's an info gathering play that MJB was trying to make, and he got the info. There is one there.
Not in the fashion you might have liked, but
Well, he wanted to
does
stay
nonetheless.
alive.
Oh, for sure.
We can't get all the things we want.
That is true. Just like Toasty, he'll be caught out of position. This is all on stuffing. He is the sole player on the bomb site. The Molotov towards Nubox missed. He's allowed to just stay here and fight, waiting for a flash, but there's no nades. Flobby goes down. Oh, stuffing! What a hold! Finds 3, drops bomb, and time is running low.
Got it. I thought he got a dink. It looked like he did from the smokes or through the smoke, but no dink to be had.
Oh my god, Toasty just jiggles Ari through the wall, and he closes onto Andrew as well. Stuffing, that's a huge triple kill, Vincent, and that Molotov from to Nubox missed. That has got to be so tilting.
Oh no, I should turn chat back off. I've made a mistake. It's staying the way it is though. Man, great work from Stuffing, like you were mentioning, from the back of the site, and that kind of just starts the whole thing falling apart, doesn't it, for Joe on that B site take. Now utility very handedly into Darkest Hour's pockets. They have plenty of cash to utilize that, and it'll be Joe kind of back to the drawing board, really, it seems. A very default setup this round with the fact that they don't have a ton of weaponry, but I guess it won't matter with Uri. in that opening pick.
Yeah, Darkest Hour, they struggled against the pistols in the first half. Maybe it'll be the same situation again. There's not a lot of needs. Just a smoke, a flash, and a Molotov, and now just the flash and the molly on Nova. He's over towards the A bomb site, and they've just deployed it. So with a minute on the clock, they're going towards B, and it has to be stuffing again, Vincent. Again, it has to be the Star Rifle to really hold down the fort, because Toasty, he's still a couple seconds away, and if they go for this pop right now, then this could just be the round for Joe.
Stuffing. Oh, and he can't take that shot fast enough. Though Toasty, he stepped up for one already. He's going to rotate over into Coffin with the help now of Nova. There's no smoke. And Toasty, he's taking shots. Little tap as Nova goes down to 2-on-3. And the HP is so very low for Benji as he tries to come back in here. Shots continuing to rain out as T-Melks take some damage. But again, just dinked down. It'll be a round over. There's pretty much everybody picking up one or two from Joe. Darkest Hour, they nearly were able to bring that back, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, Ari peeks in towards Coffins unnecessarily, goes down and puts it back into pretty equal standing. I will say, dude, Stuffing getting hard cleared, well, not even cleared, but the player with the deagle, Ari, going so slow, like being so methodical that he spots the shoulder and adjusts. That was beautiful, right? That's a right eye peek. Stuffing would not have been able to see his shoulder, maybe like a pixel of it before he died. But fair play to Ari, really nice clear, and now it's 5 towards A, and maybe they're just gonna pop all towards mid. Oh my god, it's gonna be a slaughterhouse for the T side. T-Melks, that's an instant first bullet headshot. I don't even think he saw him. It's all a Nova. Okay.
Nice shot. I mean, at least he got that one out of it. He'll cut down the second of the two players to fall on Joe's side in that round. Keeps things decent. As Uri says, good damage. You know, decent enough.
I do agree.
So it's that time. It's not quite 8-11, but it is 8-12.
I'd say the gap at 3. Like, if Joe wins this, it'll force Darkest Hour onto another, like, eco, and then we can have the conversation, if they win that eco. But this is, oh, what a shot from Nova! That's an entry and a half from your Opera, and that's exactly what Darkest Hour need to get them back into the game, Vincent.
Yeah, those are gonna be hard shots. I cannot believe this Shlubdy is sitting in that Molotov for so long to get that kill on Stuffing. I know.
That is absurd.
I mean, to be fair, he's up there looking for that type of swing, but still.
Yeah, he had the sound cue and everything. Slobdy was just playing off intuition. Stuffing was playing off of factual information. And they still...
An actual factual?
Yeah, I mean, he heard the molly tick. He had to know that he was somewhere there. He boosts over and just loses the fight. Sure, Toasty trades it with the molly, but...
That's an icy com. There's a guy somewhere.
I am more specific than that.
You're right. Nova.
Well,
he's specifically got 2 frags this round. That's the A lurker down. And, I mean, at this point, you just let him have the plant.
I mean, you have to. You can't really contest this.
I mean, you could throw your life away.
Why would you flash that him, JB? Oh, now Nova's gonna find himself a third here. Or not. Okay. Cops a dink. T-Melks or Uri would have loved that kill. Uri?
I don't know. I'm saying Uri. Uri. I don't know.
He'll manage to find 1, but it's all on Uri. 1 on 2 now. It was a 1 on 3. He'll find Nova, but the op will be recovered. And it will be 13. So Vincent, the gap back at 5. And you know what I've noticed from this Darkest Hour squad? They love to play retake B. They're fine with playing retake B because they are confident in their ability to retake the bomb site, which I think is a sign of a strong team, right? And it's a sign of good individuals that know how to play the game, because I've seen so many people like be solo B and then just hit new box and then get mollied and then they die getting nothing, and then it's just like what are we doing, guys? Like, I've seen that happen before, where they just play in committed positions when they're solo on a site, and then the round just insta lost. But you saw, like, the bomb site was lost, but they still were in contention for the round.
And I mean, that kind of goes to show, right, the amount of experience that Darkest Tower currently like have on this roster. I mean, everybody here has been playing League for ages at this point. I don't know like the full history for Toasty, but I know for everybody else. And yeah, they have a lot of experience between them all, you know, with advanced experience as well. So I think that's certainly a reason why you see that confidence.
I definitely agree with you there. I think that this is a pretty good squad of players. I know that Joe's squad, they also have a ton of advanced experience. This was the Zomblers, this like members of Zomblers before.
It was
Like Team Oaks, Andrew, maybe not Zomblers, but it was a team. They were like a full five. It was like Caustic as well. I
that's.
don't remember the full five.
I feel like
But, like,
Caustic's a pretty big loss, no?
Caustic what? Sorry,
It's a pretty big loss, no?
I know. I definitely agree with you. Caustic was like a huge fragger for this squad. They're just gonna go B. Are they gonna respect the smoke? Surely not. No. And Stuffing's boosted with MP9. He do so much damage. Oh no! But he shoots prematurely. It's only damage onto 2. And Andrew's position over towards T-spawn might just be the biggest linchpin for Joe.
Oh, Benji. He just gets that one tap onto the head. And that is going to pull the rotation.
Great swing.
There's this flank from Banana. It could end up being the key to this round. Slow and Steady wins the race. The swing coming from Team Elks into the AWP of Nova is going to set things up as Andrew needs one more. And there's MJB activating. He was going the slow way around, but Schlobd could do it. Benji delivers. And that is going to be enough. The kit collected. No,
he missed the jump.
He missed the jump. It might...
No, he missed the jump.
I think he still might have had it if he committed.
Oh no, he missed the jump.
That's
Vincent.
tragic.
Oh my god.
I'm not the only one.
See, you can't jump if you're too far to the left. You have to go more to the right. Oh no. That is tilting. That is tilting for sure. It'll elect the pause out of the CT side. Their money is not great, Vincent. Joe had the opportunity to bring this within 3, and then now we can have that conversation soon about this comeback.
Man, that is so unfortunate, especially because honestly, that should have been a bit of a cleaner retake given the way it started. But, you know, Schlobd, got to give credit, did a great job of kind of fighting from a tough position on the side, I think. And, you know, was able to make a couple of frags happen, hit some headshots. And so it got a bit more out of hand. And that's what allows for those small little differences, those small measures to close the round in the favor of Joe.
I definitely agree with you there. The minute details, down to the last jump up towards Coffins. Joe will find 9, close to double digits here. And Darkest Tower, this is a pretty standard setup for an... But it's an eco, which is... Oh no. That is rough. They missed the timing on the boost, and now they're just gonna run down this USB. A dink is probably the most that they can do.
Yeah.
But all good. Joe will find double digits here, Vincent.
That is, man, how do you get out of a rut caused by such a unfortunate loss in a round? That's like, I think a question that is hard to answer for a lot of teams because, you know, it can be tilting, but going into a sheer eco, kind of one of those ways, right? It's like, you don't immediately have to get back into the game for real. You just have pistols.
Well,
they fought
Vincent,
valiantly. No kills.
depending on how this round goes, we may have this conversation.
You're such a tease. You know that?
Well, that conversation is not contingent on anything that I do. It's
Well, I
on
mean,
Joe.
that's true. But you're teasing me, nonetheless.
You can't blame me for this. This is quite
No,
literally
no,
all on
you're
all
not
of-
doing the changing. You're doing the teasing. You see? And you have full control.
Oh, they missed an early molly. They can't go aggressive now. Crack starting to show in the hold of Darkest Hour. Missed utility is never fun to see, especially when it's an early Molotov that's so crucial in your banana take.
Especially when you don't have the money to miss that util. Like look what they have left in the kit at 20 seconds. It's just
What?
Oh,
Who?
Nova.
He turns around. Okay, well, to be fair, one, that's like a peak that an opera never usually goes for, which is crazy. Two, Ari just has the presence of mind to spin around. Like that is completely nuts, Vincent. That he's ready for that at the perfect time.
Props though to Benji for finding the refrag. I mean, it's a little later on, but hey, able to get something. Flash in, and Toasty has
perfect.
a great timing to take that fight. That is indeed perfect. This is going to force the A execute. There's two players here. Sort of a crossfire of sorts, but Benji commits to the fight. Now this man on site needs more than one, but he just gets the 1-for-1 trade. MJB down.
The bomb planet's safe as well. It's not planted for Pit. Stuffing will get tagged. There's no real safe way for him to get out of library. The player in mini pit actually will reposition. It'll allow Darkest Hour to get out. This is going to be so dicey because they probably think that he's still mini.
A kid at least for Toasty.
Oh,
Can't believe that Schlob D turns around for that one again. Catches the timing, doubled up, and now they can double swing Andrew.
Toasty doesn't even find the kill onto the side player.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe have essentially brought this within one now. Darkest Hour are going to be saving. So Vincent, comeback?
I mean, it certainly is. It's just a matter of if it's a comeback completed to victory or a comeback that is unfortunately falling on deaf ears where you get nothing out of it. Just a ray of hope crushed by defeat.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these like fake comebacks from like 15-9 just to lose 14-16. And one of the big reasons was losing anti-ecos. But with that spam, Zralik doesn't want to lose to these pistols. I've seen far too many bracket stacks with these deagles and the P250s just work out. Benji will be good for the one.
That is something that Joe have been really good at throughout, is when they are playing anti-eco, they are not losing those rounds. And they haven't even been particularly close. This is one round that could change, though, with the upgrade onto the AK. And Toasty getting a kill as well over towards the B side, I think. Or no, where was that kill?
Honestly,
Yeah, Toasty was on B. He just fell all the way back into spawn, I think. Or maybe there was an Arch player I didn't see.
They're going for this. They have no armor. They have a smoke. Joe has a flash in T-Mouse that'll be deployed just now. They're going to double swing. Actually, they just use it to... I don't know. Wasted utility, regardless. But time's running low, and this should just be a Toasty good for one. But it's a 1v1, and Team Melks won't lose that. The aim punch from Toasty surely throwing off his aim. Joe, they've brought it within one, but the money isn't great. They'll have to rebuy on 4. In Darkest Hour will have this op in the hands of Nova. He'll need to find more impact. Only 15 kills thus far in the game. Not much considering that you're the primary opera and we're in round 26 of the game, Vincent. Nova will need to get a multi-kill here.
He also just hasn't had ops this half, and you know, it's outside of those first couple of rounds. Like he has had one or two, I guess, to be fair, but I don't know. It just hasn't felt like he's had too many positions to utilize it.
Oh, this is aggressive. This is insane.
Oh,
Oh my god, Benji doubles up. Nova and T-Melks trade op kills. 1 for 1 on A and B. They put things in a 3v2. Vincent, Darkest Hour started 4 towards A. They ran down alt middle. That is an insanely aggressive play. And now, Andrew low. He won't get the op in his hands.
The fact that
T-Melks.
Nova's like repositioned over to this B side, I love it. I love everything about it. That he's solo here at B It's exactly the play I would love. I'd like to see.
He started there. He started there and he hasn't moved.
Oh, I
That
thought
might
he
be
was
the
with
gamble.
the A aggression.
No, they started 4-1 op A or op B. No, Nova misses. That's actually crucial. He's 20 HP. Drops the smoke, repositions, and now posts up. Great first kill onto Andrew. The op shot misses. Timo just has to run him down. There's time to be had here. Oh my god, the B-hops are insane. Mona's eat your heart out. T-Melks now has a say in this clutch, but only one bullet. He'll reload, but it won't force a response out just yet. Drops the smoke to give him time to play around. A Molotov as well. And oh, the CT's Molotov was put out. T-Melks really has a shot at this.
We didn't see the man behind the flames, and he had a shot at this, but now he's under pressure. Reload from Vinci whilst he's running him down. That's crazy. There'll be time, even though it's a 10-seconder. Whew. That got dicey.
Yeah, that is really awkward. T-Melks just doesn't see anybody behind the flames. But Nova's missed shot almost cost them. The fact that he gets one there saves the rounds entirely.
Yeah, I mean... But this now kind of raises another question. Look at how low the economy is for Joe. That's what happens when that anti-eco that I did sort of caster curse goes awry and you survive with just one man standing. Well, you're in this position now where you can buy, but it's, you know, a lackluster amount of utility. You've got a Mac 10, etc. It's just not ideal. And this Darkest Hour in a better spot economically, but still under pressure.
Oh, this is fast. They've just bursted up towards brackets. They'll freeze. There's Nova trying to take some control back. It's 4 towards the arches. Oh my god, it's so aggressive. MJB goes down, but the flash is good from Nova for Benji to find 2 as Nova combines as well from Pit. The AWP takes down 1, but Andrew's made his way out towards Halls, and Nova doesn't know. Andrew has hit a great timing.
That's so unfortunate as well. The smoke sort of fading at the worst of moments. Toasty locked out of this for the time being and getting flanked. Is stuffing. He's going to go down through the edge of the wall. Toasty with the 1v2. He's got a kit, but does he even go for this? I feel like he probably should.
He wants to. Yeah, I mean, again, the money not great for both sides, so Joe have the opportunity to turn the economy in their favor. Toasty, that Molotov will give up his position. No reason to walk now. I mean, he'll start to run. T-Melk spotted, but it's only the FAMAS, and we know how bad that weapon can be. As T-Melk picks up a triple, he does it on the rifle, Vincent. Joe 1 round away from tying things up, and the money isn't great, right? Technically, yeah, you can afford yourself some sort of a buy, but Joe definitely have the upper hand here in the economical game in round 28.
This has gotten down to the wire and very scary for Darkest Hour. They'll be on the half buy. Not going to full invest, and I think this is a respectable decision. I could have seen the force buy as well. A little bit of armor, maybe. Get a classic Nova Deagle round, but they've all lined up. 3 down in the blink of an eye for Uri.
If you just take a look at the scoreboard, right? You said, you know, stuffing, the star rifle, double negative, 13 and 26.
I may have done some trolling for stuffing on that one.
Yeah, he's not having the greatest of games, and I mean, his teammates are picking up the slack potentially, but it's really all on stuffing. If he's able to activate in the last 2 rounds, then he can be the X factor to really win Joe the game. But if not, this is looking like either overtime or Joe picking up 15 at the minimum. Really, these gun rounds haven't done much. Oh my god, Nova!
I did tell you!
What is that? Deagle, that's dastardly. Picks up 3, but surely no more after that. Uri finds himself a quad kill, closing in on the 30 bomb for him. He's having himself a great game.
It's too bad. Too bad Nova couldn't get activated there in the earlier stage of that round. Not part of the aggressive mid push. But yeah, I mean, To be fair, you know, I did say stuffing star rifler. I said that mostly because everybody here in Darkest Hour, they all kind of have the chance to pop off. I mean, MJB was carrying on Mirage just a couple nights ago.
I like this. Oh, that's crucial. Nova with the Furious Smoke. That's how you use it, Team Elks. Peeking behind Car for the entry, Vincent. Nova, we've talked about him. We've said he needs to find his activation point.
He's been getting those entries, though, to be fair. I mean, he's gotten opening picks for the CT side. I'd call it more often than not. Sometimes, though, just unable to close these rounds.
Yeah, that's really the biggest issue here for Darkest Hour. They can't close. They can find these openings pretty easily, like you said. Nova's been able to peek down towards middle or over towards Banana, get a kill, back out unscathed. But in the mid round, Joe are just, they have them wrapped around their fingers.
This is such a split offense right now for Joe. I mean, bomb drop, they're not committing anywhere at the moment, sure, but they are very much just trying to hold some positioning. They don't have the manpower to work with at the moment. You're gonna
Nova was looking like he was gonna leave, but he'll actually stay towards A. But the smoke is so timing, great timing.
Is there a gap on the left side of that? Kind of looked like there might have been.
Honestly, probably. And they might just walk through this, Vincent. The bomb is first as well.
Yeah, there's a gap. There certainly is. I don't know if it'll end up mattering.
This is the hit to decide it all.
Well, Toasty. Flashbang has the support of Stuffing, who's been fantastic from the back of the site, playing the new box angle. The crossfire is set, and the timing for Team Elks was tragic, but he'll come away with that frag, as does Andrew. 2 on 3, as the time ticked away. They just timed out in such a crucial round.
Down. Oh no.
No money.
Andrew goes down after time, loses his AK, his $2,800.
And that's minus one gun that they could have in the 30th round of this game.
Vince and Darkest Hour just have played the best round 29 ever. Stuffing, finding that kill and that crossfire with that other player towards Coffins was insane
Toasty
as well.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you can see Schlobdy's on a Tech 9, Vincent. No, barely any nades. This is not ideal coming into round 30.
What will we see Darkest Hour do? Darkest Hour are postured like they're terrified, to be honest. Look at their positioning. They just don't want to make a mistake.
They played this out of last round too, where they had one pit, one like around the graveyard position, and then Nova over towards like Library Moto side, right? And they've given up brackets the past couple of rounds. I don't know why they're not fighting for it. To be completely honest with you, they have a lot of time. And it's playing into the hands of Joe, who don't have a lot of nades to take the space, right? You can see 2 smokes, one on Schlobdy, one on Team Elks, 1 Molotov, 2 flashes, a couple of HEs as well. It's not a lot. Darkest Hour, they still have 4 smokes, Vincent, at the minute mark. That's absurd. And they're looking for a fake in round 30. Are you kidding me? Nova's being pulled away, but no, he'll actually stay. This is insane, Vincent. Darkest Hour are not taking the bait.
The fact that Nova's just betting in here is so perfect. And they're going to be 3 towards the side as well. Are you kidding me? Toasty's going to get the kill on B. That's going to confirm.
They all have defensive smokes.
It's fully
that is insane.
A fake. 30 seconds. They've got to move. It's Rowlock's trying to find his way into the entry. Nova delivering a double kill on the site. And it's looking all but over here for Joe. As Benji, inside of pit, makes the moves. 1 man standing as Team Elks dink down, but gets a frag on the exit.
There's no saving here, my man. You are out of the game, out of the round. 16-14. Darkest Hour will find the victory. It was long, Vincent. It was labored, but they get it across the line in the end. They manage to take that victory, but damn, it was not easy for them whatsoever.
No, it certainly wasn't, and you have to respect. I think at the end of the day, they did deliver when it mattered the most. I mean, those opening frags from Nova, I do think were really consistent over the CT half, especially. And on top of that, I think that you mentioned Stuffing, right? Man, did he deliver in the big moments on that B site.
I definitely agree with you there. Rounds 29, rounds 30, that round 30 was insane. They had 3 defensive smokes on for every single player on that exit. That is insane. Like you never see that happen whatsoever, Vincent.
No, you really don't. Apparently, we're getting Nova for the interview, so we'll pop over to a short break and we'll get Nova set up, and then we will be right back. So don't go anywhere. Back in a second. Alrighty, we have returned, and we have returned with Nova. How's it going, man?
It's going great. It's always good to get a win on the board.
We do
Um,
enjoy W's here.
yeah, for sure.
So, okay, first of all, I think just have to ask what was going on there with that comeback. I mean, these guys, they kind of looked a little bit rough in that first half. Um, and then they started making the comeback on y'all. What was happening? What do you think kind of caused that? And what what adjustments did you make moving forward?
I think it actually started on T side. At the end of T side, we let them in a little bit more than I would have liked. We had a couple of just silly rounds, like running around the map kind of brainlessly a little bit, which was a little bit disappointing to see after such a strong start. We as a team know better than anyone just how easily it is to lose from a lead. It's happened to us before. So I was a little bit disappointed with how we closed out the half. And then going into the second half, losing the pistol in the fashion that we did, it was a little bit strange. Uh, and then, moving forward from there, I felt still confident that we'd be able to close out. Those guys definitely brought, you know, something to the table in order to swing it back into their favor and start chaining rounds together.
Hmm.
It felt like whenever I had an op, though, we would probably win the round most of the time. But when our money wasn't good enough for that, definitely made it difficult. Um, But yeah, I think that comeback can really be attributed a little bit to just complacency early on in like the T side, which gave him an in into the game, and then on CT side, not converting 5v4s, which we're famous for, and even in some cases 5v3s. Like, we got to be better. I'm glad that we closed it out, regardless. So
I see.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about round 30, right? Because what I observed at the last couple rounds of the half, you guys wouldn't fight for brackets whatsoever. You guys would like throw a couple needsmen in early, but then back off. And round 30, at the 30-second mark, you guys had all three players on site still had smokes, all three defensive smokes. Like that was absurd scenes to watch. So how did you recognize, right, that they weren't fighting for brackets heavy, or why did you not decide to fight for brackets heavy and just keep your smokes for the late round?
Honestly, I play CS very instinctively, um, especially on Inferno, which is a map where obviously I think, if there's any misconceptions about what kind of opera I am, I think that, and watching me on CT Inferno answers them, very aggressive and in their face, and maybe, eventually people will start realizing it, but for now, it allows me to, get those opening picks at a much greater frequency. And, I started to feel the tide shifting a little bit in the way that they were approaching mid. So this wasn't a communicated thing to back up and save our smokes, as cool as it would be. I think we all kind of just generally had we were on the same page a little bit with understanding, like, okay, they're going late a lot. Like they rushed A one time, and I think they went arch one time, like total. I think the entire CT side, Arch's entire CT side, they wrapped Arch once. So it wasn't really feeling very threatening, even though I was playing around Library and Arch a little bit more than I probably would have liked given that information. But because we were playing off, bracket a lot of the time, and we didn't feel like we needed to be smoking mid all that much because we felt pretty comfortable, I guess, letting them in. It allowed us to get into a really strong setup in that last round, and then I accidented 2 people with a rifle because none of my rifle kills are on purpose. And
So you're like Icy.
right, exactly. Me and Icy cut from the same cloth.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Yeah. No, but with all those smokes up, there's no chance for them at that point. And I mean, the last guy just ran away after all that.
Yeah, nice save.
So
Smile.
yeah, for real, nice save. They were typing to us the whole game. Nice damage. Good round, whatever, stuff like that. But we got the last laugh, I guess.
I do have to ask, and this is, I know, going back a little ways, this was on the T side. Icy and I were kind of thrown for a loop by the fact that you guys had a couple of rounds in a row, and Icy, jump in here if I say something wrong, a couple of rounds in a row with some kind of insane calls, or at least what could have been insane calls. And the one particular one
Yes.
that worked out so well is where you guys went for a Halls pop. They were doubled up Arch triple B on that round, and you just essentially got into the site. It was like a 4v5 or something like that on the site post plant. Was that like a proactive call, or did you guys get any information to kind of send you that direction, or like kind of walk me through what you remember about that round?
If it's the round I think you're talking about, I think Matt called out a spawn, get into halls pop fast.
Dude,
I don't
that's
know
That is crazy.
particularly, yeah, I don't know particularly like if that was the specific round you guys. I don't know. Do you remember
Yeah,
if I was in halls to start or
yeah,
if I was
that
in
was that
halls
round.
during that?
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah,
everyone started all
gotcha.
to halls.
yeah.
Like that is absurd.
Yeah,
Like, cause
normally I'd be going up mid with them, but just the way that the flow of the round went, I knew that I didn't really have time to do the normal setup, and we ended up just popping out halls altogether. And yeah, that I think was one of the out of spawn calls from Matt. And I think Matt is one of the best in-game leaders I've played under. And even though sometimes like I can't give you an answer as far as like what read went into that play, but
Right.
I have permanent faith in Matt's calling. So regardless of where that you know flipped over, whether it was a pace change, whether it was a read, like a hard read on them. I mean, we did know that they weren't contesting brackets once, and you could see that by me standing there holding, mid the entire game with no presence whatsoever until the one time I unscoped on lane and the guy peeked lane, but um, he didn't get a
that is
kill from
CS timing, to be fair.
yeah, exactly. But so with that info, we know they have to be somewhere. So they're either playing a hard site setup, but we were getting A every single time pretty easily. So I think it just came from that. We were pretty confident in our A takes. When we would go A, we'd normally win them. The flashes were pretty good today. It felt like we were flowing pretty well. So I think it was just like an extension of that confidence that we had going into that round.
All right,
yeah,
I'll let
that's
Icy
absolutely
close with a
absurd.
final question, but I have to mention one comment. Toasty in the chat, he says that you have a truly beautiful face for radio. Do you have any
Yeah,
comments on that?
I have heard before that I have a face for radio. You know, got to keep it hidden. But he
I've
also said
also
that I
heard
have a
that
voice
for
for
me,
radio, so
so it's okay.
yeah.
It
You
happens.
know what? It's okay. Everyone did their job. I'll let him have that one.
Icy,
All right.
final questions.
I guess final question, right? So you guys have played Inferno. This is your third time out of 4 games this season. You won you won 16-3, you lost 16-14, you won 16-14 this time, right? What are some adjustments that you've made from the first game to now that's really improved your play, you feel?
I think that since I joined this team, and my teammates might disagree with me, but I think since I joined this team, I've been playing like maybe 25% of how good I had been leading up to it. And, the season started right after a 9-day vacation for me.
Hmm.
And even before that, there was a 2-week vacation from Ben. And before that, there was, you know, more like things stopping us from being able to practice. So there were a lot of factors that went into why I might have been playing 25% of my abilities. But last night in scrims, I felt something click over, fortunately. And I guess one thing that I personally have been able to bring to the table that I didn't really bring in that first game and wasn't really necessary in that second game, I guess, was just my presence with the op, like, getting more frags. Like maybe I was getting the important ones, as some people like to say, like in the past games, but I think the number increased this time around. And although that might seem like a superficial stat, like I think a lot of those kills were also important kills. And that allows us to get into those 5v4s more. One thing on our team that we're really struggle with, as I said earlier, is converting 5v4s. And we've tried a lot of stuff towards setting up protocols, knowing what to do when Nova gets this kill and goes here. What do we do? When Nova gets this kill and goes there, what do we do? And I think that that definitely helped a little bit with the flow, making sure we're not giving up openers or, refrags after I get an initial. But I think genuinely, like, it feels good to kind of have the monkey off my back and know that, like, I'm back a little bit and that I'm able to support my teammates who have been trucking along without me this whole season. So.
Your teammates are currently doing the full support of you in the chat as well. So we do love to see that. Nova, thanks so much for taking the time, dude. We always appreciate talking to you. It's always a pleasure. Any final thoughts before we say goodbye?
In case my mom's watching, hi mom. Um,
W
Thanks
mom
for watching.
call out. We love that.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know where the future with this team is going. Not in like a negative way, of course. I'm just saying, like, I think the sky is the limit, and to be honest, like the basement is our floor, so it can go either way. But I have faith that, the right things will happen, whatever they are. Whoops, mic muted. Whatever they are, and I love this team a lot as individuals, and I think tonight, fortunately, things clicked enough that we could get the win, and that's always a confidence booster as well. So,
Win tonight, and quite a few wins on the season already. See more of those hopefully moving forward. Nova, we'll peace out from here, and thanks so much for taking the time once again, dude.
thanks, guys. Appreciate it as always.
Alrighty, I see. Well, it is that time that we have to say goodbye to the good people at home. It's been a pleasure. And any final thoughts from you, good sir?
No, I mean, Joe, they made it competitive, they made it close, but no cigar. Darkest Hour, they take us across the line off of an excellent sight hold in the last two rounds of regulation to drag them across the line. Nova with a pretty solid performance, coming back from vacation. He had a lot of very solid openers with
Yeah.
AWP Vincent. And really, Darkest Hour, they're on my radar now.
They've been on my radar. They continue to be on yours at home. We will see you next time here on the Darkest Hour channel. It's been a pleasure. See you next time. Peace out. Have a good night.